Gruda must have felt incredibly vulnerable. Although he was never, ever a nice guy. If Gabe is with them, this is very against what I actually have ever known him to do. Gabe's a child.
Gruda cares little for children.
He never cared about children. He never would give them over necessarily, specifically. I'm not saying he's not evil.
The children were at the nest. They grounded up everyone that was there. Did not matter who or the age that they were.
What's this Saffone's business? I know he's a pirate, but what does he trade in?
Anything that he can get.
So
he usually attacks the space lanes. He has a large fleet, from what I hear. Multiple Carillion vessels. And not just the small freighters, but the corvettes. He has a large number of fighters. It is rumored that he is layered somewhere in the Triteri area now, but I don't know where.
Well, that's just what we need.
What we need?
I'm back pretty permanently.
It is good to hear. Do you bring a fleet of your New Republic with you?
Felix, are we a fleet?
No.
Not yet.
A pity. He actually takes the last swig of his drink and will head over and start messing around with some battle droids that are on a slab on one of the sabacc tables.
I don't even know where to begin, but through my connection to the Force, I was able to communicate with Gage, who told me to leave it alone. Am I going to make things worse?
I don't know. I don't know where they have Gabe. I don't know where they have Gage. I don't know where they have the others.
I'm glad I found you.
As am I. I'm sorry I could not be more helpful. If you need something that I can provide, I will of course do so.
Do you have a... And I'll pull out Fog's blaster and set it down. Do you have a power cell for this?
Oh, of course. He actually turns and goes over to another table with what appears to be a bunch of junk and kind of roots through it and grabs a couple energy packs for that blaster, kind of looks and checks the brand of the blaster, seeing if it was modified in any way, and then goes and grabs a couple different power cells and hands them to you.
Thank you. It's no use having a blaster with no power.
So, what are you going to do now? There are others that are still here, but we are, like I said, in hiding.
Well, the Nova Demons have an eye on the nest as well.
Yes. But I'm not... He kind of looks strange at that. I don't think so. My eye would have picked it up. They must have known you were here in some way.
Well, I wasn't sneaky about it.
If they knew it was you, they might have known that you would try to go back to the nest.
That's true. That would be the first place anybody would look for me.
Yes.
But why would the Nova Demons give a hoot about me? I've not been on planet for 5 years. Longer, technically.
You are an agent of the New Republic.
Well, I am, but...
You also have a large bounty on your head.
Still?
Still.
I had an Imperial bounty on my head, but since the Empire's not a thing...
The Empire is still a thing in many outlying systems.
Well, I know that, but they're not... So I still have an Imperial bounty on my head, or is this a different bounty?
I would assume it's the... Not that it really matters right now.
Well, I would think that Fogg would have fought harder if it was worth anything.
Maybe he has a plan. I don't know.
Where are the races at anymore?
They're still in the same place. Gruta does not have as many as he used to.
Is there one coming? Like, near future? Or where can I find the schedule? Same place?
You could probably go on the net and find it. Why?
I'm trying to find information, and me being secretive about what I'm doing me being secretive about being on Allmarsh is kind of self-defeating to that, don't you think?
Well, if you want information, you could just go to Gruta's palace.
What, stare him down and tell him what a mighty Jedi I am now, and that he needs to hand everybody over? I do need to be at least clever about it. But you're right. I could walk right up to Gruta's palace. I'm not sure they'd let me in just automatically. I'm not sure Gruta remembers me. It's been a while.
Yes. I'm not exactly sure, though. You are quite known.
I'm afraid that my being well known has worked against me here in the past 10-ish years. But I think that my being well known might work in my favor this time. I just need someone to spill something. Not necessarily directly, but... So I'm going to go to the races, and I'm not going to make a secret about it. I'm just going to go and place a few bets and see what happens.
Felix kind of comes over while you guys are talking. What's the objective here?
I need information. I don't even know where to begin to look for the Saffone. I don't know where to look for my brothers. I don't know where to look for any of the dragons. The only reason that I'm even here talking to Chew here is because he found me.
If you wish to speak to the dragons on Allmarsh, I might be able to get them, but they're not going to be able to help you find your brother.
My objective is to find my brothers. At the very least, I need to find Gabe, and I need to get him out of there.
Felix says, well, we could find Saffone. That's not a problem.
It's finding the location of my little brother specifically. And if he has a fleet...
We need to find Saffone first. And for that, we just need to figure out what he's going to hit.
It's true. I guess we can...
There's a piercing wail as Chew immediately stands up, bolt upright, goes over to the table with all the weapons in disarray, grabs a rifle, and starts to head towards the main lobby area.
I just look at Felix. I'm going to follow behind him.
Okay. He runs towards a grouping of desks, once again, the host areas, and will go around behind one of the desks, and he basically pulls up a screen and starts to look at it. You see that there is a ship, not so much an atmospheric, not so much a space-going vessel, but a ship nonetheless, as it appears to be landing on a megastructure that is directly equidistant from the opening of this megastructure where Chew came in. You see that there are a number of there are a number of battle droids. You see that they are stock models, probably some that Gruda constructed in his factory. You see that they are a reddish color. You see that they have blaster rifles. They are clicking out and moving forward. And you also see 2 rodians that appear to be dressed to the nines, and not only in clothing style, they appear to be very well-to-do, but also in combat gear, as they are quickly moving behind the droids as the droids run to the structure that you guys are now inhabiting.
Well, how many of these droids you got?
Operable? 3. One's a bartender.
So 2.
Yes.
All right. Look at Felix.
Yeah, I can't believe... We just need to run.
So no, not stand and fight. Okay. I start running toward where the hovercraft was, the hover skid was that we rode in on.
Okay, so you start to run towards that. Felix is pretty much right behind you as Chew nods to the 2 B-1 battle droids, and they go over, pick up rifles, and start to clank, 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 clank after him. As one of them says, "Roger, Roger," and basically make a triangle with Chew in the front.
Is B3 coming?
He will be fine. I do not believe they are here for me.
I look at Felix. I don't know that I can. I've not fought battle droids. I don't know that we can take them on.
I don't know. Let's just get to that skiff that Chew has and get out of here.
All right.
We might just have to go straight for, and he kind of is checking his blaster as he's running and says we might not be able to lead them directly back to the ship, but we should probably, at the very least, change positions.
All right. Can the comm signals, can they be encrypted? I don't want this necessarily.
You probably have New Republic's comm systems, and being your background, Felix's background, I would say sure.
All right. I want to send a message that is very unlikely to be intercepted back to Ari.
Okay.
I want him... Okay. Ari, I need you to go dark, possibly moving the ship to a new location.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a communications check.
Oh, is that an actual... Oh, it is an actual thing. I see it right there. I have it.
Yeah.
I'm rolling 3D.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ellen is continually rolling 6s on her wild die.
28. That was 3 6s on the wild die.
All right, so 28. Very, very well done. You believe that nobody has been able to track this signal.
Actually, no, it's not 28. So 3 6s, that's 18. Plus 2 is 20. Yeah, it's 28. Okay, sorry.
All right.
Math is hard.
Okay, so you believe that no one has been able to track the signal as the battle droids are running full tilt down the gangway from the one megastructure to the megastructure that you three and the 2 battle droids are at. There is a slight pause as they take a beat as they see the 4 or 5 of you running out of the Majestic and jump into the hover sled. As Chew will immediately kind of put it up and get it ready to go. What are you two doing?
I'm taking defensive stance.
Okay.
At the bed, or I don't know, the tailgate of the sled, and we'll just keep an eye out for. I want to, deflection needs to happen with lightsaber combat up. Correct.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to do that.
All right. At this point, there are 6 battle droids and the 2 rodians.
And there's 5 of us.
Yes. There's you 2, Chew, and the 2 battle droids.
In order to buy Chew enough time to get the sled up and going.
Okay.
And to cause as little damage as possible to the stuff that Chew probably wants to come back for, even though he's blown. He's probably not going to be able to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a defensive stance using lightsaber combat in order to buy him the time he needs by deflecting any bolts that come my way.
Okay. He says that as you guys are running, and he actually isn't in the repulsor sled yet. He is kind of locking down the Majestic and says he'll just need a couple moments, and then either you guys can take the sled without him, or he'll get in and pilot it for you. But he has to lock down the Majestic first.
All right. Well, either way,
okay.
Lightsaber combat is being initiated.
Okay, so let's go ahead because the battle droids have been running full tilt towards the group. So let's go ahead and make a perception for initiative. And we will have 2 groups. I'm just going to use the opposing the battle droids and the 2 rodians as one group. So I will roll for them. What did you get?
10.
10. All right. Well, they rolled 9 total.
Wow.
So you can either go first or have them go first.
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Which means I need to roll my control.
Okay.
Correct?
Yep. Go ahead and roll your control first. Then roll your sense.
I can spend a character point on
Correct.
these rolls.
You can spend up to 2 character points on these rolls.
But I'm going to spend 1. $20.
20. All right. You easily... Maybe it was because you had just gotten into a skirmish with fog. Maybe it was because you are more thinking about your brother than yourself right now. you easily are able to control your body. And as you start to make your lightsaber and yourself one, go ahead and make your sense roll.
I'm spending the other character point on that.
Okay. I would say, what is your sense?
My sense is only 3D.
Okay.
Plus 1.
I would say don't.
Okay.
Because I know even though this is our third technical game session, we haven't been using lightsaber combat a lot. We haven't played in a while. And sense is only an easy difficulty. It's only 6. So...
Alright. I just wanted to make sure
Oh, wait. However, you're doing this all in one round. Mm-hmm. So you are down 1 die.
So I spend the character point to make sure I'm not down a die. How about that?
Sounds good. Technically, you would have been down a die for your control as well. However, I'm going to let it go.
Alright. I'm like, I can re-roll all that if you want.
Nope, it's fine.
Alright. 11.
11. Alright, so you easily are able to, at this point, activate the Force, the extension of the Force through your blade. And what are you going to use for damage? You can add or subtract up to your control. Now remember, I talked about how you can change it at the beginning of the round. Normally you're not allowed to do that. I, as a house rule, allow you to do that. But if you overkill on a sentient being, that might be a dark side point.
So my control rating, so 4D?
Correct.
Alright, since I am likely the first round going to be on droids, I'm using all 4D into damage for the droids.
Okay. Alright. So that is your action. Felix is going to take a pot shot. He will take a pot shot at one of the droids with his 5D blaster skill. He doesn't have his rifle on him right now. So this is 5D, and he is able to, with an amazing roll, he rolled 12, 13, 14, a 20. He is able to hit the battle droid even at range. He will roll for his heavy blaster. He's going to roll his 5D damage, and they will roll their defense. And he lines up one of the battle droids, takes a shot, and blows its head clean off as it falls to the ground. That is the battle droid's turn. They are going to take some shots. They are actually going to act as a group. So I am going to roll a number of dice for them. They are going to shoot the person with the lightsaber.
That's fair.
All right. And a number of blaster shots, because they're pretty far away from you at this point. A number of blaster shots fly by your head. One of them gets a little close. You kind of bat it away with your lightsaber, more as a flavor, as opposed to them actually hitting you. Mm-hmm. Kind of bat it away with your lightsaber, as that is the action of the battle droids. You notice, however, that the 2 rodians, they have 2 other droids kind of roll up to them with these, what appear to be from the distance, kind of like pogo sticks, as these droids run up to the 2 rodians and they get on these pogo sticks, as that is the rodians' action.
Okay.
Once again, Chew is still locking down the Majestic, hoping that the rodians are not here for him. A far shot, but anything he can do. He is locking down the Majestic, and it is your or Felix's action.
Felix already took a... Oh, this is a different round?
This is a new round, yes.
Alright. How close are the battle droids?
The battle droids are now at about medium range.
So I can't run up on them?
You could run... I would say you could get to them. However, you wouldn't be able to attack them.
Then it's no use me running up on them.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Felix go.
Okay. Alright, so basically now these battle droids, you can see their ship off in the distance. The battle droids have run across the thoroughfare, which is pretty much only a couple blocks long, as they are now starting to kind of get into the area that is kind of domed where you guys are at. You're going to allow Felix to shoot?
Yes.
Alright, so Felix is going to shoot at another battle droid, and because they have covered a little bit of the distance, he is able to hit them. Battle droid is going to roll his defense, and Felix will roll... Ooh, the battle droid is going to be toast because he rolled horribly. Alright, another battle droid is blasted by Felix's heavy blaster. It pops off its head, kind of slumps to the ground. One of the battle droids behind it kind of trips a little bit over the felled battle droid, but is able to maintain. Its shot goes wide. However, the remaining 4 battle droids will fire. And once again, they will miss. They fired basically at the hover skiff. I keep calling it different things.
The sled.
Repulsor sled, thank you. They fire a few times towards the repulsor sled, missing both you and Felix. You're starting to realize that these battle droids are not all they're cracked up to be. Maybe the ability of them, a lot of them, might be terrifying, but you are, at this point, able to hold yourself pretty well. However, the Rodians activate these pogo sticks that you see, and they appear to be somewhat of individual repulsor craft, and they basically shoot up into the air and start to glide towards you.
I don't have a distance attack weapon without throwing my lightsaber, and I don't want to do that. I'm not that good at this.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of Jedi. So, I'm going to call full defense.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me a lightsaber skill. And remember, you roll your lightsaber skill and your sense.
Together?
Yes.
Lightsaber
combat's awesome.
Wow.
You add your sense dice to your lightsaber combat skill.
I thought I wasn't very good at this.
Well, when you have the Force at your back, yeah.
Oh my. 29. Math is hard. Sorry, guys.
29. And you add that to their range difficulty. So, they are going to... that was yours. Felix is going to basically try to keep mopping up these battle droids. So, he is going to fire at the battle droids again. Easily hit one of them. The battle droid will once again roll horde. I think Bruda needs to talk to his quality control people. Anyway, so let's see how much damage he does. He rolls 18 points of damage on his blaster and blows the legs off of another battle droid as it actually trips up another one, and the third one or second one just slams, basically hits the ground as two of them appear to still be running. They are now only about 20 yards away,